Hi, my name is Holly from Wild Things. Today I thought I'd show you a simple woodland craft that you might like to do with your families over the summertime. We're going to be making these nice animal cookies that I've got right here. So first things first, if you're going to do any crafts, use any tools out in the woodland, make sure you take a first aid kit. We've got one packed over there. Now also, we're going to be using some cutting tools. So I've got here a folding saw. Very nice, light to carry, simple to use, but they are a sharp-edged tool, so we've got to think about safety when we're using the saw. So what I do is open up the saw here. I need to ensure that I'm holding on to the green part of the handle here, and my hands stay well away from the sharp teeth of the saw. When I'm cutting with this tool, it's good that I create a good sturdy workstation to work from, and that also when I'm cutting to the side of my body, so I'm not running any risk of cutting any body parts when I'm actually using the saw. So what I've selected here is a bit of storm fallen branch, some wood, nice and dry for this activity. It would be absolutely fine. Now I've rested my branch on the stump, and to keep it nice and secure I can probably put a foot up, but again just ensure my hand's well out of the way and I'm cutting to the side of the body. Now rather than cut my hand, I'd like to actually protect it with my foot, so I've put my foot there. Now what I want to essentially do is take a small disc off the end of the wood here. So I'm going to start sawing, and you want this to be relatively thin, or else you're going to end up with a massive big medallion, which might look quite cool. Pushing, pulling right from the shoulder through your arm, so you're not putting too much strain on the wrist. And if you notice, I'm using the full length of the saw blade as I cut. Great. Once you've cut yourself a nice little disc, you can then start decorating it with an animal of your choice. Now over here, I've got a nice little owl design, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to remove my branch and grab some of the other materials I need. So I've got some pens, I've got some crayons here. I'm going to take a brown pen and I'm going to do a little outline here. So here we go. And then around the disc, looks quite nice if you create the owl's feathers. This nice brown colour works. Now you can use crayons, you could try with chalks, you could try finding some natural colours if you want. Try and stay in the wood with some materials you'll find in the forest. There we go, there's an outline. Now my owl had some white eyes, so I'm going to try and maybe use a bit of crayon, get a bit of white colour in there. Here we go. Oh, some nice white eyes there. And then we outline that a little bit with black, so just to bring that white forward, that colour forward a little bit, standing out. There's little eyes in there. Now it's not exact owl eyes here, but this is more of a cartoony type owl at the end of the day. I got a little beak. I can use a bit of an orange pen for that, I think it stands out. There we go. Looks pretty good. What should we call him? I don't know. Bert? So, what I also have brought along here for a young owl is I've got a little eyelet, which you can pick up at a hardware store. And you have to kind of screw that into the top. This is why dry wood works quite well, because if you use green wood, wet wood, as it dries, you'll probably find the eyelet will just fall out. So, wind that in. Hopefully it doesn't crack to pieces. Oh, a little bit of cracking going on, but it's not too bad. And then you can do one of two things. You can either put a little keyring through it, and you can hang your car keys from old Bert here. You'll never lose them ever again. Or you can actually just thread it with some wool and make yourself a little bit of forest bling. Here we go. Now, I've seen badgers and all sorts, but here we go. What do you think? Have fun!